Então é isso aí, gente. Bora continuar Alanwake American Nightmare. Restrita. Ok.
Welcome back, listeners. As you know, I'm Eddie Rodman, and I'm still talking to old gods of Asgard, who are doing their big comeback tour. How's that been going for you?
I'm having the time of my life. You know, I didn't realize how much I missed that.
And what about you, Tor?
It's okay, you know.
Well, this must bring back a lot of memories.
Oh, yeah. It's wonderful to be back on stage. If it wasn't for my knee, I'd feel like a young man again.
Well, speaking of that, I hate to keep harping on this age thing, but I gotta tell you, I've heard your new songs, guys, and you sound really good.
Thank you.
And this may be a touchy subject, but to be blunt, you really don't sound, well, old. I mean the difference between your speaking voice and your singing voice, it's pretty striking.
What the hell are you talking about? You saying it's not us singing on that record? What? What's he talking about?
No, I'm not saying that, guys, but I can't help noticing the difference.
Son, you're on thin ice. You calling me a liar?
Whoa, hey, let me just step in here for a moment, boys. Yeah, Eddie, they do sound different, but believe me, we're not talking Milli Vanilli here. These guys are the real deal. Why don't you come to the gig tomorrow night and see for yourself? Once they get on that stage, boom, things get real.
Really?
Believe me, they play like they're possessed. It's almost like magic. Look, you see my boys play, you see the old gods for real. These guys project a lot of power. They're not lightweights, you know what I'm saying?
All right, Barry, I'll see if I can make it. Now, let's take another quick break here, and after that, we'll play the new Old Gods of Asgard single. Don't you go away.
Don't you go away. Ok. Desculpa. Não, já tô com bastante. Dá uma olhada pra cá. Pronto, munição de tudo. Vai sentir a luz. Páginas. Então tem mais uma página ali. A origem do Sr. Scratch.
I've seen the enemy, and it's me. I've faced dark horrors before, things that live in the unimaginable pressures of the world beyond our own. Sometimes they masquerade as humans. That's what ultimately lurks inside Mr. Scratch. He's every mean-spirited tabloid story about me, an evil caricature, a creature formed in that vague territory of misconceptions, half-truths, and the dark imagination of people who heard a story about me. An urban legend made flesh. A serial killer. My dark half. Brought to life by the power of Cauldron Lake.
Uma coisa que eu fiquei em dúvida é porque os Flame ele fala que não é escuridão, né? Mas aqui no começo do Nightmare ele fala que é escuridão. Mas o Alan também falou que vai ser da luz do Cauldron Lake, ok? Opa, bom dia. Dá mais página. Quantas páginas? 40 páginas. 40 páginas, mano. Caralho.
The
Pressão.
pressure of success got to me. My wife Alice was the sole thing in my life that anchored me. Suddenly it wasn't enough. I couldn't write anymore. I distracted myself with wild parties and whatever trouble I could scare up. I wallowed in the drama of my life, sure that Alice would stick with me even though she didn't sign up to be the lifeline of a tortured artist. It was my dumb luck she's not the type to give up.
Ok. Beleza, pelo menos agora que eu tô vendo, no minimapa fica facinho quando você vê que tem uma página próxima. Tem outra aqui. É mais questão de sair caçando as aranhas.
The spiders aren't really the work of the enemy. They're a side effect, a part of the dark place's less significant fauna that has managed to slip through the opening I made when I arrived. Less an animal than an idea that has assumed the form of an animal. Makes them no less dangerous, but at least they're a little easier to deal with. The darkness doesn't protect them like the Taken, and thus they can be destroyed by either light or bullets right away.
Nice. Ou seja, vai ter um inimigo. Infelizmente são aranhas. Mas que eles são fáceis. Vamos dar um rolezinho aqui só pra ver se... Eu não tinha olhado no minimapa pra ver se tinha alguma página pra cá. Tem muito cara que deve ter. É, lá no fundo deve ter. Não, só recurso mesmo. Vamos avançar na história.
Hello? I'm Dr. Rachel Meadows and... Wait a moment, it's you! I can't believe you dare show your face around here again.
Uma sombra quase Minecraft.
Go away.
It wasn't me. I just look like him.
Are you serious? That's what you're going with? Please!
I'm trying to stop him. You saw those shadow things trying to kill me, right? I bet he got along with them just fine.
Yes. Yes, he did. All right. Come on in.
Thank you.
Olha, vamos mais pra coisa apavorante do Mr. Scrap.
Hey, buddy. I figured I'd take a moment to talk to you. There's a party next door. I'm feeling pretty good right now. A little beer, a little fun, you know? It's nice. Listen, this whole thing between us, it's a little weird for me too, you know? I mean, we don't just look the same, there's a lot we share. I mean, up here, I know you, right? So I was thinking maybe we could... These guys are getting out of control. Look, I feel like we're both victims of circumstance here. And maybe we could make some kind of effort to...
Ele vai voltar com uma arma, quer ver? Não, telefone.
Never mind.
Era pra escutar os barulhos, será? Caralho! Ok. Só arrumar uma coisinha. Bora lá.
Just a moment. Lift down to you. I didn't expect to see anyone here tonight, but I'm relieved to see an actual person. That's assuming this isn't some kind of college trick on my part, of course.
Doctor, the man who looked like me, what did he want here?
There's a strange astronomical event happening right now. Something I can't begin to classify, but I think it's disabled our satellite. There's a very peculiar signal that we're receiving.
A signal? That's what I'm here for.
Well, so was he. But he didn't seem to understand it at all. He got very angry, sabotaged our imaging array, and now we're blind. I believe the event is still going on, but we can't pick it up.
Is there something we can do?
What he broke is essentially just a special camera, but we can't use the telescope without it. There's a replacement in my car. If you can get that to me, we're back in business.
Consider it done.
Ok. Conte-me sobre o sinal.
Tell me more about the signal.
It's almost as if something's being transmitted to Night Springs. It's the strangest thing. It's quite elusive, almost as if it wasn't properly there. I don't know how to describe it.
So, what was the signal like?
I wish I knew. He appeared before I had a good fix on it. He was very pleasant when I was working, but when I isolated the signal, he suddenly forced me out of the control booth. He said it was none of my business. He seemed to change. Somehow he was very smooth and charming before that, but suddenly he became... I'm sorry. I'm not sure I want to talk about it.
I have to ask, do you always wear that to work?
I was at a party for a local art exhibition. Fascinating works. When I was called away by my assistant. Michael was the first to spot this event. I don't know where he is now, actually. He was supposed to bring us some food, but he never showed up.
Tell me about the event.
Oh, it's quite fascinating. It looks as if stars were changing, somehow. Or shifting positions. It isn't really happening, of course. Most likely it's caused by some kind of atmospheric refraction phenomenon. But I've never seen anything like it.
Did he hurt you?
No. He didn't quite threaten me exactly, but those shadowy things started to crawl into view, and whatever the signal was, he seemed to be extremely frustrated by it. He just started breaking things and left. I thought it best not to interfere.
You were lucky. He's done much worse.
Yes. He showed me a knife, and he kept talking. He enjoyed the sound of his own voice. A proper maniac. You really aren't anything like him, are you?
Believe me, I try very hard not to be.
Okay. Whee!
Replacement. Oh dear, that sounded more callous than I intended. Be safe.
Tem mapa? Não, não tem. É aqui ou descendo? Era não. É no estacionamento, né? Ah, tá com uns teias de aranha. Acho que aqui vai aparecer o inimigo, que é as aranhazinhas.
This must be your car.
É aqui que vai aparecer. A página deu um puto spoiler. Aí, nem preciso ficar iluminando com a lanterna. A cor delas que é meio ruim, você vê.
I found it!
Excellent. I'll operate the platform directly below the telescope so you can install the array. Don't worry, it's very easy.
Okay.
Brilliant, you got it. Yes, it's in perfect order. All right, we're good to go. Let's take a look at the skies.
É tão estranho ver o Alan em algo mais urbano. E aí, Dutrinha?
É estranho mesmo. E ele com essa roupinha de... fui dar um rolê e encontrei algo sobrenatural também.
Oh, we're overheating. I have to shut this down. There's a problem with the automated coolant system. Somebody just interrupted the flow.
So now what?
You could flow valves manually. I know it's dangerous there, but, well...
I got it!
Please come talk to me if you have questions.
Vamos falar com ela primeiro. Suave, suave, mano. E você? Dormiu bem? Dormiu bem? Vou falar com ela antes. Oing, 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 oing. Esse pulinho muito bom. O que houve com a resfriação?
Is there something I should know about this coolant thing?
Oh no, it's quite straightforward. The telescope is very heavy, and moving it generates a lot of heat. So do all of the electronics. Overheating could cause damage, so it shuts down automatically if the coolant fluid isn't flowing. And hot electronics generate instrument noise, which we want to eliminate as much as possible.
What is this coolant anyway? Is it dangerous?
We use liquid nitrogen. It's quite safe.
If I can make it to the valves in one piece.
Yes, there is that. Good luck.
I'm assuming you didn't have this kind of trouble using the telescope earlier, when my double was here.
No, it went very smoothly. Until he turned into a nutter. This doppelganger of yours doesn't seem to want anyone else to look at this phenomenon. Honestly, it seems a little pointless to me. There are many eyes on the sky.
I'm not sure what we're gonna get once this thing is working again, but I have a hunch. I doubt it has anything to do with outer space, or that anyone else can see it. I think it's a message for me.
For you? That seems unlikely. And even if it were a very localized phenomenon, surely it's visible to others in the area.
Maybe. But I wouldn't bet on it. There's a reason he came here, and a reason he doesn't want me looking at it.
Acabou a conversa, acabou a conversa. E aí, Dutrinha, o que você tá fazendo de bom agora? Desce, desce. Eu tô pulando pra ajudar a descer mais rápido. Desce, desce. Sempre funciona. Eu quero ver como vai funcionar o Alanwake 2, sabe? Porque parece que eles também vão pra essa vibe mais urbana. Tô saindo no banheiro.
Just remember, you need to release all 3 valves. It doesn't matter what order you press.
Foi uma. Eu apertando o botão como se eu tivesse um mapa, tá ligado? Pra ver se tá muito longe. Caralho, tá páginas. Vamos bugar o jogo, será que dá pra... Parkour! Você jogou jogar o do outro American Nightmare? O American Nightmare tá bem mais gostosinho, assim, em questão de como jogo de tiro mesmo, tá muito melhor. Luta com os possuídos.
I've carried a flashlight and a gun for so long that I feel naked without either. It's all too often that I need them. The darkness protects the taken. Shadows crawl over their forms like living things, protecting them from harm. Blows that would injure or kill a human outright mean nothing to them as long as the darkness persists. But light makes them vulnerable. Light burns the shadows away. The darkness that drives them is still in them, but now they're vulnerable. Flashlight and gun. Sometimes it feels they're all I have left.
Flashlight and go. Não vou mentir, eu tô achando, assim, o efeito da sombra claramente tá nerfado em relação ao Alanwake original. Mas eu tô gostando disso, tipo assim, eu não sei se era random, tipo... Se eu continuasse, iria tentar pegar vários objetos random pra jogar em mim, mas se for isso, maneiro, maneiro. Aquela coisa, né, é algo a mais que pode vir... fazer parte do Alanwake 2, tipo, inimigos novos, possibilidade de uso novo. Mas eu tenho certeza que tinha aparecido uma página no radar. Olha só você. Eu ia embora, mas vou entrar aqui só de sacanagem. Vamos trocar uma ideia, você quer brigar? Aí é foda, vocês pularam, eu fui pra aí. Tá quebrado. Eu acho que tem inimigo aqui porque era pra mim vir aqui depois. Página aqui na frente. O mesmo marcou aqui na frente. O êxito.
As a storyteller, my first real love was crime. And it was in that genre that I finished my first novel, starring the perpetually miserable Alex Casey, whose entire life was a wound that never healed. The books sold as fast as they hit the shelves. I wrote 5 more Alex Casey books, and they all were bestsellers. I became rich. I became famous. Success brought pressure, and I didn't handle it very well.
É, seu Alanwake, o sucesso mudou você, não é mesmo? Calma, gente, já volto. Deixa eu apertar a última válvula. Eu tenho certeza que vai ser ali. Ali. Uma puta volta.
Okay, that should do it.
Cadê ela? Quer ver? Ela vai falar alguma coisa, gente. Aquele lugar que eu tinha ido lá embaixo. A gente vai ter que voltar lá. Salve, Rokushi! Corre, Alan.
I released all the valves, Doctor! Is it working?
Just bear with me a moment. Yes, I believe you've got it sorted. It's working again. Nicely done. Sounds like trouble. I don't think they're happy.
Caralho. Caralho.
The way in. Intense. I'm sighted in now. I still have no idea what I'm looking at. Oh, where are my manners? Please, come on. I'm sorry.
Bora, Alan. Será que tem boss esse?
Are we receiving the signal now?
Oh, yes, it's coming in loud and clear. It's amazing. I'm not sure what it is yet, let alone where it's coming from, but it's interacting with our system somehow. Like it was intended for us. But I don't understand how that could be.
Maybe that's just how the story goes.
What?
Never mind. Is there a way I can hear it? Or however this is supposed to work?
I think the signal is incomplete somehow, but you should be getting a printout of it now.
Você quer dizer... O que você quer dizer com incompleto?
What do you mean it's incomplete?
It's almost as if we're only getting a fragment of it.
I need the whole thing. This is important.
I'm sure it is, but this is all we're getting.
Did the man who looks like me get the whole thing?
He locked me out of the booth, so I have no way of knowing. But I can tell you that he didn't really seem to understand it.
So, what's in the sky?
It doesn't make any sense. The stars are just... they're wrong. I thought I'd be able to see something, but it's like I'm looking at a sky that's just... it's not the right sky. But that's impossible.
I consider myself a rational man, Doctor. But this isn't a thing you can measure or explain. I've seen impossible things that have taught me just to roll with some punches. It's either that, or go insane.
I find it disturbing that you sound like you're speaking from ample experience.
Peguei a impressão. Cadê a impressão aqui? Impressão bolinha. Ah.
A printout of a signal. It too is a weapon created by the Champion of Light. In its words, stirs a new reality. But it is incomplete, and yet it provides a roadmap for the man to follow, a course that will lead him to a place where he may confront his enemy.
O load dele pegando o carro e voltando. Cinema ao ar livre, Night Spring, Arizona. Ok.
The drive-in. Once the site of lurid celluloid fantasies, it's now the site of an art exhibition. And yet, it's the search for closure rather than culture that brings the Champion of Light here.
Investigue o cinema ao ar livre. Sunrise. Okay.
Because I helped him. You said so. I've got bruises in all the right places now.
Oh, it's you. That's fantastic.
Are you okay?
Go away. No, I want you. But you'll get angry if you're here, so you gotta go. You know I'll do what you want.
Okay.
I love you so much. Did you know that love hurts? Are you gonna hurt me now? 'Cause you should.
Lady, you got darkness on the brain. I think I can help you if I can get the lights on in here.
You can't turn the power back on. It's not allowed. You said.
So, where shouldn't I go so I don't turn the power back on accidentally?
It's the big building on the other side of the drive-in, but it's locked.
Where's the key? Just so that I know to avoid it.
It's on the wall next to the cash register. But you can't. You can't. Don't be bad.
Hey, no problem. I'm just gonna go do some other stuff. Scout's honor.
Que? Apenas tente manter a calma.
Just try to stay calm. I've seen this kind of thing before. I think you're gonna be okay.
Why is it so hard to think?
You've been touched by darkness. I'm hoping it's not permanent.
Remember when you were here before and you kissed me? And then everything got all dark? That was the best.
Listen, this is very important. Where did I go? Can you tell me that?
Baby, you don't need to go anywhere. You're here now, and you're in my head. You should be in me. You should touch me again.
Not with a 10-foot pole, lady. Hey,
Caralho.
just in case there's a part of you in there that's freaking out right now, it's not your fault. I promise I'll do what I can to help you, okay?
I don't... Please go away.
Don't sweat it. I'm just saying that in case you really need to hear it, I've been there.
I think there are spiders in my eyes. I think you put them in me.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go now.
Beleza, eu vi uma chave ali primeiro, vamos pegar a chave. Tem o rádio. Cadê a chave aqui? Olha o rádio aqui. Faz a entrevista.
And we're back with Old Gods of Asgard and their manager, Barry Wheeler. Guys, you're on your comeback tour, and you're playing a lot of your classic material, but you've also got a new single out, right? How'd that come about? Was it hard to go back into the studio after such a long time?
Are you kidding me? They were chomping at the bit. They were just itching to stretch those creative muscles. Now, it had been a while because, they spent a lot of time in,
Retirement. We were retired. We were?
Yeah.
No. We were at the lodge, and we escaped.
We were at the retirement,
retirement thing.
Yeah.
So, really, once we got in the studio, things started happening. Now, the music has changed a little bit, and the boys were a little rusty, so it took us a while to find the right gear. But hey, once we got going, boy, they kicked ass. And it's an awesome song. It's called Balance Slays the Demon, and seriously, I think it's their finest work. And hey, I should know, I produced it.
Oh, really? I didn't know you were a producer.
Well, this was my first time. I mean, they needed a little bit of guidance, you know what I mean? I mean, don't get me wrong, these guys are the best. But it's the 21st century, man. Things just sound a little different these days. So, I kind of stepped in there, helped them make it sound all cool, kind of jazzed it up.
That sounds like a challenge.
Oh, no, it was really easy, man. I was just, hey, give it a little zing, Let's take it to another level so it really rips. Let's just throw some really sweet synths in. Like that, just kicked it up a notch. But it's totally Old Gods.
Well, listeners, you can judge for yourselves. Here's Old Gods of
Já vai dar pra gente
Asgard,
escutar a
and
música?
Balance Slays the Demon.
Oh, yeah.
Deep in the ocean of darkness, in the mirror of light, balance becomes a stranger, and in your fantasies, he rides a storm on your peace.
Uma dúvida que eu tenho é... O Odin e o Thor tem eles têm o poder por conta das músicas. Eles têm, no caso, os poderes de criação. Porque eles tomavam água do lago, faziam birita e tomavam a água do lago, né? O Alan e o Barry tomaram também. O Alan, beleza, ele tem o poder por conta da criatividade dele, né? Mas...
The man has encountered this before. People whose integrity has been suborned by the insidious touch of the darkness. He has experienced it himself, but merciful light burned away the darkness in his brain.
Porra.
Not good.
Anos 80 total, né? Muita páginas, não posso abrir. Preciso achar mais páginas. Será que dá pra ir ali? Caraca, é bem aberto. Assim, em muitos pontos esse jogo tem coisas bem interessantes, melhores que o jogo original. E outros ele é bem estranho, né? Mas essa atmosfera pra ser estranha eu acho que é totalmente intencional. Uma besta. Uma besta para um besta, agora eu tô feliz. Esse é meu reinado, pessoal. Maneiro, maneiro, maneiro. Uma página aqui brilhando nas pedras. 16 fecha. Carro voador.
The car seemed to sail through the crisp mountain air in slow motion, spinning around one axis almost lazily. The moment was hypnotic. Then it struck the pipeline in a shower of sparks, the impact turning the windshield into a burst of safety glass. As it hit the ground, I snapped out of my reverie. The car was rolling downhill, slowing down as every bump killed momentum but still coming. The fence wouldn't be enough to stop it.
Ok, o Alan vai sofrer um acidente de carro.
Oh, look! Mr. Hero's here!
Caralho!
You ready to save the day?
Ok, mais uma TV. Lá vamos nós ver o que o Mr. Scratch tá aprontando. A minha dúvida é, esse daqui... Não, aquele aqui, né? Não é na vida real. Au! Dança bem, né? Lembrando, ele quer que... Imagina se o Mr. Scratch cai pro mundo real, tá ligado? Mesmo se o Alan voltar pro mundo real, ele tá fudido, tá ligado? Caralho, velho. Ah, vamos pra lá. Eu quero pegar mais páginas. É que é muito... esse jogo consegue ter o mesmo problema do que do jogo original. Que é essa vibe de... um cenário muito amplo. É o clipe da MTV na TV, basicamente. Eu me lembro que tinha uns clipes da MTV, mano, que eu tinha medo, cara. Eu falava, não, isso aqui é muito sonho febril. Vocês já deliraram de febre alguma vez? Eu delirei uma vez só e até hoje eu lembro disso. Tipo, pra mim tinha alguns comerciais da MTV que eram um delírio febril. Caraca, esse mapa é muito grande, velho. Ah, mas eu tô aqui em cima, não tem problema. Não tem nada. Alanwake! Eu tô na dúvida se eu pego a versão do Alanwake 2 pra PC ou se eu pego pra PS5. Porque eu tô pressentindo que a versão de PC vai vir com algum bugzinho, mal otimizada. Página. Pula. O que realmente importa.
It's been 2 years since I came here. Being that long without Alice breaks my heart. And I know it broke hers.
Caralho, passou 2 anos.
I know
né?
she thinks I'm dead. How could I blame her for that? It would be a crime to pretend that she owes me anything. She took all the stupid, self-indulgent bullshit I brought into her life and still stood by me. Still loved me. It's no betrayal. But I'm a better person now than I used to be. I want to be that person with her.
Pior que eu nem sei, doutor, porque não vai ter versão física, se eu não me engano. Pra economizar e o jogo ficar mais barato, a Remedy falou que só vai lançar a versão digital. Eu tenho que dar uma olhada, mas... Ah, não sei se for muito caro, que eu acho que vai ser, né? Infelizmente...
Yourself when you realize what I have done. Shut up!
Ah, é, pressiona em cima. Pô, se pá, ainda dá pra me encher a cara de café, que eu sinto que a gente tá chegando no final. E a gente começar a ir no control hoje, hein? Eu tô com muita vontade de rejogar Control, velho. O gameplay é uma lástima, mas, cara, que histórias maneiras. Opa. Eles arrumaram a esquiva zoada daqui também. Ela ainda tem a animação feia, né? Que é essa daqui. Mas ela é muito melhor pra você acertar o time. Eu acho que aumentaram os frames de invencibilidade, eu sei. Tá bem mais gostosinho, tá bem mais tranquilo. Tirando que as armas são mais rápidas, né? Então, tipo... a vibe é completamente outra, né? História, força, será que é aqui? Não. Aqui. Acho que deu a volta, né? E eu entro. Não abre. O manuscrito, né? Oi, galera, peraí. Alice.
Alice, my wife. The best thing that ever happened to me. She smiles and the darkness lifts. For her, I've tried things I otherwise never would. I've never really minded if it's made me feel like a fool. She's a photographer, and the world she sees through her lenses is unique and beautiful. She has the vision. She sees things others don't and knows how to make them visible to everybody. She did it with me, too. She teased out things I was only vaguely aware of. She always saw me in the best possible light.
Pronto, galera. Eu gosto que os inimigos são leitores respeitosos. Eles respeitam o fato que eu tava lendo. Opa. Eu acho, Dutra, a última vez que eu tinha visto, acho que no PS5 a versão tava umas R$275, tá bem caro. E eu acho que no PC eles vão lançar, eu não sei se é exclusivo, mas eu acho que primeiro eles vão lançar na Epic. E aí, tipo assim, eu tenho muitas ressalvas com a Epic. Eu já tive, o meu jogo, o controle que eles deram pra mim tava bugando muito também. Granada de... ah, já tenho granada de luz.
Okay, I should be able to figure this out.
Ok. Errado.
Red lights, green lights. They have to mean something.
Ó, se... luz. Eita caralho. Ainda fui pro caminho errado. Abrace a luz. Onde é que eu tô indo? Contra certo. Ah, para!
You have no idea how badly you're screwed! It's gonna be a blast to watch you find out.
Don't want to get hit by those.
Okay. Run, Alan, run. Opa, galera. Ai, ele usou a mina, velho. Quer ver? Ai, ai, ai. Não, aqui já tava fechado, né? A gente vai entrar aqui depois, se é mesmo. Eu jogou pra aquela direção, eu nem tava lá. Tem uma página aqui eu nem vi, mano. Cadê? Tá quieto mesmo. Vou pegar primeiro que tô com medo de entrar e rolar uma ceja. Parkour! Parkour! Eu sou o rei do parkour. Bright
My
Force.
writer's block got worse. I didn't sleep much anymore. My life with Alice seemed like a constant fight. I was a wreck. Alice took steps. She booked a vacation in Bright Falls, a small town in Washington. It was supposed to be a chance to break out of the cycle I was in. She didn't know about the darkness in Cauldron Lake.
Ô Dutra, eu vi que tá tendo uma skin no Mortal Kombat. Que é aquela skin do Scorpion com a cabeça pegando fogo. Como faz pra liberar? É só jogar e passar de nível lá na temporada e eu libero aquela skin? Acender a luz.
No, don't! Oh, it's not... It's you. Did you help me?
Looks like you're feeling better now.
Yes, I am. Thank you so much. I don't know what happened. There was this guy.
Before you say anything, I know I look like him, but I'm not.
Don't worry, you just don't feel anything like he does. He was in my head. I feel like I need to take 50 showers.
Where is he?
That asshole wanted to get into the projector booth. He was talking about fixing things so the sun never comes up. God, It didn't seem that weird when he was saying it. It sounded really good at the time.
You weren't yourself. The projector booth.
Sabe não? Paga nada,
Sounds
depois eu dou uma
about right.
olhada. Talvez eu
I
jogue
need to get in
pouquinho
I have the
depois que eu
access code
terminar
for the door.
esse
Here.
jogo aqui.
Thanks.
I'm just glad you showed up now. He said he'd be back after he'd arranged for some security.
Do you feel up to telling me what's going on here?
We have an art exhibition here, supposed to open tomorrow. I'm the curator. My name's Serena Valdivia.
Alanwake.
Holy shit, it is you. I've seen you on the big screen. I know your wife.
You know Alice? Wait. Big screen.
Yeah, we have a film from her here. What the hell happened to you?
Pera aí, filme aqui?
Getting back to Alice.
Oh, God, yeah, sorry. It's quite a coincidence that you're here. She made this short film. She shot it years ago. You're in it. It's a part of the exhibition.
I'm in a film?
Yeah, it's like... it's just footage she shot of you at some point, but she turned it into this thing. It's almost like a memorial of sorts, because, you're supposed to be dead, or something.
Uh-huh. How's Alice? Is she all right?
She's okay, I guess, all things considered. I know her pretty well. You're really Alan? I can't believe you're here. Nobody knows what happened to you. But there are people who say they've seen you.
That wasn't me. He just looks the same. Like,
Yeah, but that guy's a lot more slimy. The thought of him makes me... I hate him, but there's something about him, God, he's so creepy. Anyway, you're not like him. At all. I hope you can stop him.
Beleza. Deixa eu só dar uma parada aqui na gravação e a gente continua.